Welcome to the 3-Point Play. I'm your host, Cambron Clark, joined today by Caroline and Claire. Today we'll be discussing 3 sports topics. Our first topic is social media in sports. Claire, how do you feel about Twitter and its effect on the sports world?
I think that Twitter and social media are great for college athletes. I just think there need to be some boundaries set by the colleges. The NCAA doesn't even have a blanket social media policy for college athletes. And how many social media how many times have athletes gotten in trouble on social media this year? I mean, it's crazy, and they don't even have a policy to say if you tweet this, you're going to be punished. It's kind of as they go. And I feel like if there was a policy for them to say, if you do tweet something that's disrespectful to yourself, your family, to our organization, our team, or even to the fans, because a lot of times we do see athletes responding to fans, and I understand I would be mad too, but that's just not okay when you're representing such a large organization like a college sports team.
I completely agree. I have an example, DJ Gardner. He played for basketball for Mississippi State, and he got completely kicked off the team for tweeting about MSU, Mississippi State basketball officials, and with profanity and saying that I can't believe I have to redshirt again, and this is not why I came here and stuff like that. So I think that was a very strict rule for him to be completely kicked off the team, but I do think he did deserve a punishment for talking about his upper people like that.
And I totally understand coaches that don't let their players have Twitter accounts at all. They're just banned from it from the beginning, which, based on the history of Johnny Manziel and people like that, there's some rationale to it. Yeah. But I think ideally, could there not be a third party involved?
Right.
They could send a tweet, a draft, to
and get it approved or something.
Yeah.
There are companies, there are a lot of schools that there is a company that is out there, and they do monitor all the tweets that athletes and coaches send out, and they do have to get it approved, which I think would be a good thing, but it's also a lot of money. I mean, I just feel like there needs to be a program that all athletes sit down. They're listen, you can tweet this, but not this. Tweet, come to our game, but don't tweet after the game our fans suck. You just don't do that. I mean, it's common sense, but maybe just a buck or something.
So our second topic today is lockouts in professional sports. Caroline, how do you feel about lockouts?
Well, I just want to know really why fans allow lockouts. I think that usually, most of the time, the lockouts are due to the owners just wanting more money and not agreeing with the players on their salaries and how much they're getting. But that makes me mad and just doesn't make sense because the players are what's making the money. And so, I don't know, how do you feel about it?
I mean, I think it's so silly because, first of all, when they're arguing about money, these people are making millions and millions and $1 million a year. Think about all the people who work at the stadiums. They're not getting any money. All the concession people aren't getting money. All the Nike, Adidas, all the sponsors, they're losing money. I mean, it's just all around. I mean, in 2004, the NHL lockout, there was no season. That's just silly. That all the ticket holders, all the people in the state, it's just a lot of money that's being wasted to fight over money that they have plenty of. And it just seems like all of it could be avoided if people would just talk instead of just being oh, well, nope, we're mad, we're not talking. We're not talking. And not to mention all the Fox and all the ESPN, all those people, they just lose money because they're just running the cameras for nothing. What are they talking about? Nothing. They can't do anything if there's a lockout for 100 days.
Yeah, people like us. We're the victims.
Right,
yeah,
we are the victims.
We pay for it,
yeah.
So.
I'm just more, like you said, the vendors and concessions workers and just the ripple effect that it has, not even with people that aren't even working with the team, just local businesses.
Right.
Arkansas Razorbacks, it affects the entire Fayetteville community.
Right. All the bars, the restaurants, all that brings in tons of revenue. And if there's no season, there's no revenue. I mean, it just kind of puts a standstill. And it's kind of crazy that sports have that big of an impact. But, I mean, they do. So.
But most importantly, the poor sports journalists.
Yeah, it's us. We're the most affected by it. So.
Our final topic today will be sleeve jerseys in the NBA, and I feel very strongly about it. I think personally they look ridiculous, and it's just the NBA putting profits before its players. Recently, the Heat lost to the Spurs in a 24-point loss. LeBron James, after the game, said, Every time I shoot, it feels like it's just pulling right up underneath my arm. I already don't have much room for error in my jump shot. It's definitely not a good thing. So he's very against the sleeve jerseys. And just common sense to me, the NBA should want to keep all of its players happy, ideally, but especially LeBron James. Might want to listen to him.
Right.
I think players think it's just a way for owners to make more revenue, and it's just kind of, if it's affecting their play, then you shouldn't want to like bring in more revenue to like, and at the same time affect a player's play. That doesn't make any sense because people are paying to watch them play well.
Right. Well, and like also LeBron James, Dirk Nowitzki, and Ginobili also came out and said that they hated it. They think it's silly and it's a waste of time. But like, what are they going to do? They're getting paid to play, so they're going to wear what they have to wear. And I read this fact, and it said the NBA headquarters did a survey and asked 21 NBA former and present players if they liked it, and only 2 out of the 21 players said that they would wear it on a full-time basis. I mean, that's just like a stupid number. Like, why are we wearing them?
It reminds me of a few years ago, the NBA changed the game ball to like a 2-panel system, and everyone hated it, and it was gone by the end of the year. And there was also in the MLB, they experimented, the Chicago White Sox in like the 70s had shorts for uniforms.
Oh, yeah.
And that lasted 3 whole games.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's also mostly for the fans. Like, you know, most people aren't like world-class athletes. They don't look great with no sleeves.
Right.
So
They're not
like,
LeBron James.
Yeah, exactly. They want sleeves.
Yeah,
I mean, I would want sleeves, but I mean, it kind of
doesn't mean the players have to use
right,
it.
and it looks like a soccer jersey. It doesn't even look like basketball. It
Those
looks dumb.
two players can just wear T-shirts under their jerseys if they're that
and some
concerned
do.
about it.
Some of them wear those like Under Armour things, whatever. Let them wear it. We don't need to wear it. We don't want to see that. So,
Exactly.
oh well, it's dumb.
Commissioner Adam Silver is considering eliminating them due to all the backlash of all the players. So
That's good news because it looks silly.
Thank goodness, Adam. Well, on behalf of Claire and Caroline, I've been Cambron Clark. This has been the 3 Point Play. Thanks for watching.